I wanted to share. I went in my God box. This is my God box right here. In my box, I got all types of notes that I wrote along my journey. And sometimes when I get vexed in my spirit and I get confused in my spirit, I go in my box and ask spirit guides to give me a message, where I'm at spiritually, what's bothering me, what's stuck to my aura, what's on my mind. And I went in my box and I pulled out this one first. And it says, yes, how you say something is important, but speaking the truth instead of sugarcoating is important as well. The next one that I pulled out was faith. You see, a lot of times we're afraid to speak our truth because the European peak man set up things where there's a penalty that jeopardizes our ability to care for our basic needs. But we got to have faith that the European man tricks. Is only that, just tricks. There is a higher force that works behind the scene spiritually that helps us evolve to be our best self. The next one I pulled out, it came out with two. Sit with yourself, sit with your feelings and ask if it is yours or did someone project them on you. And we have been given a lot of stuff that wasn't for us. We couldn't sort out our own things because the narrative. This one really made me come do the video. If you listen to the words, we cannot go backwards. We can only learn from what didn't work for the good. So this is a message for somebody because I just was led to do this here. This message is a spiritual message for us to speak our truth instead of sugarcoating it. And a lot of people online, they going around the world and talking in codes. No, we're not going to talk in codes. We're going to call out the raw truth and shame the devil. The hell with talking in codes. Speak to people clearly, the message you're trying to relate, because it's not enough. We're already confused with their language. Then we turn around and want to use their language and code it up to give to our people, which still don't belong to our people. The people code and the code that we try to use popping off from the people code. Did you get that? Stop with the codes. People going to feel you on the soul level when you're speaking to them. They're not really getting the words. They're connecting spiritually because that's how we're interacting with each other, y'all, spiritually. If you can relate to somebody and you don't know how you relate to them, but you just know that that person makes sense, you know that what they're saying makes sense, that's soul connection. That's what that means. That's a soul connection. We are not going back ever to the way things were from the beginning of the way corruption started to the end. It will never be that way again because they had control over our mind. They did not have control over our physical body. They had control over our mind. And so we have to take back our mind. And they didn't have control over our mind like they had control over it. They knew that these are portals, you see? And so they needed to infiltrate the portals with what they wanted. Because once you give a person what you give them, it's feeding their soul. It's feeding their spirit. Again, how do you clean your spirit? How do you feed your spirit? You feed your spirit with whatever you feed your spirit with. And that's what your spirit becomes, the thing that you fed it. If you listen to cussing and fussing all the time, that's what you're going to be saying every now and again. You see what I'm saying? Or on a regular basis. If you are watching pornography, the spirit is going to always want Must. If you're always looking to see what's new, your spirit is going to make you want to shop. Whatever you feed the spirit. So this is why they kept us from having discipline and structure with our mind, heart, and spirit, and having control of our own mind, heart, and spirit. They program us to always look outside of ourselves, to believe in something outside of us. That's why they had to put Jesus outside of ourselves. Because if we believe Jesus is outside of ourselves, then it would be easy for us to believe anything somebody says outside of ourselves and never believing in ourselves. So I just wanted to come share my journey. Like I said, I'm going to do my bed clothes, and I'm going to relax and enjoy this time. Y'all got to understand, the 21st, is it the 21st, is the longest day, the coldest day. The sun, this is where that sun going to go down for 3 days, the darkness for 3 days. And then this resurrection, you see, Christmas, Bethlehem foolery. This stuff happening in the heavens. Everything got to start in the spiritual realm first. Nothing ain't starting in the physical realm. It starts in heaven. Okay? And it manifests down here. As above, so below. As within. The spirit is within, so without. So don't forget, everything is connection, and everything is a spiritual connection. So anybody who found Daphne Tina Turner, because your spirit is in alignment with mine, or your spirit and soul have to learn something from mine, and that soul in you, that soul in me knows the truth. You just got to get out of the way, the ego, you see, and that's how you found me, or anybody else that you're finding and you're resonating with, because your soul knows it all, and your soul is taking you, or the soul will make this video that I made today go in somebody's feed, and they was going through something and they needed to. That's called divine timing. You see, alignment, magnetic field. See, if you're seeking the truth, somebody who's speaking the truth gonna find you, because the soul knows everything, and the soul will guide you to where you're seeking what you are seeking, because everybody not seeking the same things, but they will have something that can put a light, you understand, a spark, give you a key, open the window, breadcrumbs, to make you think deeper, or to go do research, or to take a stand, to speak up, to have the courage. You're supposed to feed off of the energy that you resonate with, because that's why the soul led you there. You see, when I feel depleted and I feel like I've given too much, I pull back my energy from these platforms. I don't go around Facebook too much, but to send videos there so those pastors can get it, because they're not going to see it, because they are looking, y'all. They're afraid, they're scared, they know they're about to fall from God's grace for the lies and for the long period of time. So trust me, they're looking, and so they got to look. So when they come into church, like I said, they're trying to make sure nobody don't come at them sideways, so they can be prepared for anything that may come to them. And the first thing they're going to start doing is saying, we the crazy ones, and y'all should continue to follow them, telling y'all that Jesus come and get y'all, which Jesus ain't got his ass here yet. You see what I'm saying? But they can't explain that, they can't justify that, and they can't clarify why this powerful Jesus that they keep talking to ain't made his ass here yet to tap Satan on his ass, but he keep on punishing y'all and making y'all suffer and struggle and have a hard time, and then toxicity and children suffer. You ain't got enough money, you ain't got enough food, you ain't got no happy home, but he gonna stay away doing his thing while Satan keep doing it. Come on, y'all, wake the hell up. Take this message and let it sizzle in your spirit, because I'm just here to help one, reach one, and teach one. I don't know it all, but I know what I know, and that's what I know. Take it if you need it, leave it if you don't. Don't shoot messengers, because there's a reason why you found who you found when you found what you found. Them saying what they were saying. soul connection.